Stravinsky said, please don't ever play the old one, because it's straight. It's straight through. And he wanted the difference. Here's my picture of that solo. Here's my story, what I think. Okay, so play the ballet. I play the ballet, but guess what I'm doing while she's dancing it? I'm playing it. I can't. It's really hard to do that, but I've asked people, I've seen a couple of television broadcasts of the ballet. You all know the story, right? It's a fair situation. It's a carnival. It's a circus. There's activities. It's a celebration period. And one of the acts in it, and of course, at the beginning, there's a lot of stuff going on. All the acts are sort of introduced throughout. There's the bear. The tuba solo is the bear. There's guys on stilts. There's guys with really tall stilts. There's the accordion. Da, 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 da. There's the organ grinder, the monkey. There's so many things going on. Well, one dude's got 3 puppets. He's the puppet master. He's got 3 puppets. And on the stage, those have to be depicted. Usually the puppet master is way above, looking like he's operating. One time, it was just a huge, big, fake body. There wasn't anybody up there. And there's strings down. And so when the puppets are let out of their little cubicles, one of them is on strings. And it's our hero, Pet. Then there's the ballerina. And she looks as good as you could imagine they would, because they're in great shape and they're wearing a tutu. Then there's the Moor. And he's an athlete. He's wearing a turban. And he's an athlete. Sometimes he's got a ball. He's definitely got a saber. And so he's just hanging out. He's cool. All he needs is his baseball or his basketball and shoot a couple hoops. He's cool. But right at the beginning, Petrushka takes a look and sees the ballerina and goes like, and communicates his interest and curiosity in why she is so agile and he's not. How can she move so human-like? And of course, they're alive. They come to life, but they're puppets. And it becomes pretty clear through the actions that ultimately Petrushka wants a soul. He wants to be human. He wants a soul. He wants to be as human as possible. But at some point, he converses. Of course, they're not doing this, but through the actions, his interest to the ballerina. How can you do that? And the ballerina says, let me show you. Come here. Here, I'll show you. She grabs a little plastic cornet. She runs to the center stage and says, here I am. Ba, ba, ba. And by the way, that has an accent on it. Don't play ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. And many of you were so slow. Ba, ba, ba. Put it on. The time has to be exact. Ba, ba, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of you played only 2 beats. So it's wrong. So be meticulous. Ba, ba, ba. It's only mezzo forte. Believe me, there's nothing happening right then. It's gotten really, really quiet as Petrushka's sort of looking, staring, and sort of has his hands out and trying to figure out what the heck she is. What's going on? How can you be like that? You're gorgeous, and you're so supple and so agile. And then she just says, center stage, goes right to center stage, and the drum starts. And here's what I think is the choreography. Here's you, Pat. And this is me. Here's you again, Pat. And here's me. And then she takes off. Everything she can do on stage, if she could do triple lutz, or whatever some of the ice skaters do, you're not laughing, what's my name? Or a triple flip in the air that the swimmers might do, they will choreograph whatever her skills are. And she will do that in the dance, and she will show off her best dance, probably in the ballerina right there. And so you're depicting that. You got to be smooth and agile and perfectly in time. So this piece has a lot of projects too. Practices as smoothly as possible. Somebody was too flat on the D and the E. But somebody, the only thing I could think that the D and E were just too flat was they probably didn't trigger your F's and A's before. So again, my strategy is to keep those way down, then I'm never flat. You know, you're tarred and feathered if you're ever caught playing flat on the trumpet. We know that. Better be sharp than another tune. So. Just nicely that. Practice that as smoothly as you can. And then work on the harder one. Yes, I bring out Petrushka. I make because it's my first entrance. So I want that to be nice and full, my best sound, and not clipped. Remember, there's a difference between staccato and leggero. What is it? Staccato is really separate. Leggero. Lightly. If you look at the Saxa book, and you look at the last 20 pieces in the Saxa book, it's cornet period, leggero. Light tonguing, more of a do. And let the note ring at the end, don't clip it off. And that's what you want to do in here, and you'll sound more beautiful. You're the only one on stage except the drummer. You want your sound to project out beautifully. Presence, good time. Okay. That's all I have to say.